Oh, hi. I'm a smart investor. I dare say that because I understand the cryptocurrency markets and I am up to date on every new development, fintech and blockchain ecosystem. All because I watch the Inside Blockchain show on Cryptotvplus. Every Monday morning, Cryptotvplus brings you news headlines of top stories, interview with an expert, and give you detailed market analysis to enable you make the right business moves. Now you too can become a smart investor if you don't miss it. The Inside Blockchain Show, only on Cryptotvplus.
This program is brought to you by OKEX, the most trusted digital asset exchange.
Hello, my name is Chidi and I'm the bull of the bullet.
Keep watching Cryptotvplus.
Don't touch that. Peace.
Cryptopunks board a chat club, meebits. Does that sound familiar? Or have you ever wondered why you can see pictures of monkeys on the Twitter pages of Jay-Z and some other notable celebrities? Or have you ever wondered what NFT stands for and how you can leverage on this emerging technology? Hello and welcome to the program. This is Inside Blockchain, live from Cryptotvplus. I am Bobby Ayadike. It's a cold and dusty Monday morning, the 10th of January 2022. And if you're watching from Facebook, Twitter, or YouTube, and this is your first time on the program, kindly follow us, subscribe to the channel, like, and share this video. First of all, before I begin, I'd like to say a Happy New Year to everyone, our community, our supporters, partners, and sponsors. And we know that it's going to be a wonderful year for every single one of us. Now, today we want to look at how to make money through NFTs. Now, first of all, NFT stands for Non-Fungible Token. Now, what makes an NFT non-fungible? Before we get into that discussion, let us briefly look at what Oluseyi Akindeinde, the Chief Technical Officer of Digital Encode, has to say about NFTs.
The first way, the first analogy I'm going to use is with the advent of the internet itself. You know, prior to the internet, if you wanted to have access to information, you'd have to go to a physical library, you know, where there are books, you know, so you have to sit down, you know, you have to physically go to a university library and now with the advent of the internet, what we're going to the library for is not so much for the books itself, it's for the content, for what you're going to gain out of the book, you know. So with the advent of the internet, it made, you know, that book, you know, you could just sit on Google and search and you'll be able to have that same information. You don't necessarily have to have the physical copy of that book to have the content. Another way I'm going to explain it is, remember that when telecoms first came to Nigeria, with the advent of the, you know, telecom companies, when you wanted to recharge your phone, you'd have to physically go to a recharge card seller, you buy the recharge card, they scratch it. What you actually need is the number that you store on your phone, and then after that, what do? You throw it away. You discard that. So that's exactly what NFT is doing to, you know, to physical art. So right now, we're saying that, you remember that when you buy art is sentimental. You don't eat it. You don't wear it. You just, you know, people that just buy for sentimental reasons. So if I decide to buy Kenny G's saxophone that he used to create an album, I'm not going to play the trumpet. It's just for sentimental reasons. So instead now, but for me to buy that, I would have to actually go to maybe a physical art auction, a gallery to see that. But right now, if an artist like that decides to tokenize it, I can decide to have that in token and it automatically belongs to me. Now, another thing that does is that it brings some form of liquidity into that particular asset. So I can say, look, I love the way this microphone looks like. I take a picture. I just love it. Not like I want to do anything with it. You can decide to tokenize it and put it. You can decide to tokenize it and put it, and somebody would buy it. So that's the thing with an NFT. Let me give you an example. 2 weeks ago, my daughter went to an art school, summer school. So in the school, they gave them some assignment to draw, you know, pictures of animals. Yes. And she drew elephant, she drew the turtle. And what did I do? When she brought them home, I took a picture of those, you know, three of them, and I put them on an NFT, I didn't think it was going to be anything. And I put $50 each. And within 10 minutes, I sold out the three at $50 each. That's $150. My daughter is 6 years old. So automatically, what that has done is that, so I mean, before that, what would I've had to do would have been to carry the 3 items to all my friends, to be showing them one by one, I have to go to their houses. But all of a sudden, I just put it online, and they sold out within minutes. So those are the kind of things that you can start to see the financial aspect, the economic aspect of those things that so that's what we are redefining the concept of value. We are dematerializing the physical component. After all, if you think about it, look at fashion. What's the difference between a regular t-shirt and a t-shirt that is branded by Ralph Lauren? Why is that one more expensive? It's sentimental. They're probably made of the same material, but the one that is made by a designer has more value. It does the same thing, but so you are just because of a logo that the person has. So essentially, it's like you're buying, that logo exactly. So that's the same thing with NFT. So it means that anybody now that is a creative, that has a concept of that you can create an artwork, or you can sing, or you have a special unique voice, but you are not as big as the commercial successes that we know. You can have your team of people, your fans, your loyal fans, who would actually buy NFTs to your recordings, and that's you've created a market for it.
Now, very apt and concise explanation from the CTO of Digital Encode, Mr. Oluseyi. Now, just to put it out there, non-fungibility simply refers to the nature of an object not being able to be exchanged with another, or simply put, what makes it unique. Now, what makes an NFT unique is the fact that every single NFT is unique in its pure design. Now, to help us better understand how to make money through NFTs, and also to help us explain how each and every one of us out there can leverage on this emerging technology, I am joined by Fatai Tunde Olasukomi. He is the Nigerian manager of RedSwan Corporate Real Estate. And also joining me live from Abuja is Jahdiel Chidi, the community lead for Blockchain League and the chief operating officer of Cryptotvplus. Yeah, it's good to have you both here. So without wasting much of our time, let's just dive right into the topic for today. Now, Jahdiel, I'll start with you. Now, what can you tell us about NFTs? In your own words, how would you best explain what an NFT is to a beginner or a newbie?
All right, thank you. NFTs are digital files, or digital art that are built on the blockchain, basically. So, to my own understanding, or if I want to explain it to a 5-year-old, an NFT is a unique digital file or digital art, right, that is built on the blockchain.
To explain it further in a broader sense, how would you explain an NFT?
Okay, yeah. So NFTs are digital arts, right? We used to say that they are not interchangeable. Just like you have cryptocurrencies that are interchangeable, you have one Bitcoin is equals to one Bitcoin, globally, right? But one NFT is not the same with any other NFT. Even though these days there are people who have started interchanging NFTs for different NFTs, but NFTs are unique in their own self, right? And they are built on the blockchain and can only exist on the blockchain.
Okay, thank you so much. Tunde, if we can get your own perception, the same question, how would you define an NFT, or what does an NFT mean to you?
Okay, as you said earlier, NFT, the word NFT stands for, the acronym NFT means non-fungible tokens. So NFT actually is a technology that is not new, but became popular between 2020 and 2021. But the technology has been around since, I think, between 2012 and 2013 or thereabout. And it was a technology that was created by Kevin McCoy. So Kevin McCoy has to be one of the team in ETH, in Ethereum ecosystem. And the first NFT that was created was Quantum. So what the quality NFT has is that it is very, very unique. It cannot be duplicated. If you own an NFT, you are the only one that have access to that particular NFT across the globe. So it brings the uniqueness of not being able to duplicate what you have. So it's that uniqueness that actually gives it value. So it's the uniqueness that gives it value. But in 2021, 2020, 2021, the world started waking up to the benefits that NFT has to offer in terms of a lot of artists across the globe now know that they could project their work out to the world in a way that they can trade directly with people in a digital form. And some people are
All right, Tunde, if we can just move on a bit now, from your own understanding, there seems to be a bit of a controversy when it has to do with NFTs. Now, on one side, there is a question of why people actually invest massively in NFTs. Is it due to having a sentimental attachment, or having a sort of exclusive privilege when you talk about the Bored Ape Yacht Club NFT? Now, why do you think people are investing massively into NFTs? As someone who is in the real estate space, why do you think people invest in NFTs?
okay. There are various reasons why people are interested in things, but for NFT, let's look at NFT in the sense of art. Before now, people have been investing in artwork. There are some people that they like collecting different art, Mona Lisa's art, art of. There are people that are naturally art collectors, and we also have art galleries that is a multi-billion dollar industry across the globe, where people go to see art in the galleries, people go to see art in the museum. So this has been existing with us, just the same way things have been existing conventionally. But now things are transforming from the conventional and traditional way to digital form. So now I'll tell you that NFT is the digital art collection, digital art collection. Do you understand? So, and people ascribe value to the number one, the designer of such art. The world has some unique designer, people that are art savvy and that are really current in the art industry, knows the worth that, oh, I got an artwork that was designed by this Italian man. Wow, what a huge, so they ascribe value to it. So the digital space, the NFT tokenizing it makes it broader, give it an expansion. Like now, you like an NFT of a particular Italian artist and you bought it for a crazy amount, let's say maybe $5,000, and you kept it for a period of some months. And then another guy from another corner of the world that was like, wow, so you have this NFT, I'm ready to offer you 20,000 to have it. So people have different art attachments. It could be sentimental, it could be emotional, it could be different reasons.
Okay, great stuff. Thank you so much, Tunde. Thank you so much, Tunde. Jahdiel, if someone were to approach you like a newbie, I like using the word newbie, and they were to ask, how can I leverage on this emerging technology? How can I buy an NFT? How can I mint an NFT? How can I sell an NFT? How would you best explain this?
All right. So first off, I will have to tell the newbie you have to understand how NFTs work, and of course, you have to join spaces
Okay.
where the conversations around NFTs, are being held. There are spaces on Twitter, there are spaces on our Discord where you could get to learn so much about NFTs, because I believe in knowledge first before heading into anything. So I will have to tell the newbie you have to go for knowledge first, understand how NFTs work, and there are platforms that gives you more leverage to mint NFTs or sell NFTs. But most people are just familiar with what the Ethereum blockchain offers. So my answer to the newbie would be understand what NFTs are, how they work before you start minting NFTs or before you start selling NFTs.
Okay, in as much as it's very paramount for a newbie to understand how the technology and how the concept works. But in our world today, people are very much interested on how they can leverage on emerging technologies and take profit. So now, how do you think, what's the first step for someone who wants to buy an NFT, for example? Let's say someone wants to buy an NFT. What's the first step? Can you talk briefly on that?
Okay, yeah. So the first step is you have to look. There are lots of NFTs, out there, these days. So you have to understand. You have to first figure out the NFT, the certain NFT you want to buy. That's if you want to buy. You have to figure out the certain NFT you want to buy. Of course, lots of them have their communities on Discord. So first off, you have to join their communities on Discord and you start asking questions, right? And one of the things is you also know that you can't buy an NFT from an exchange. If you do that, you're going to lose your funds. So whatever NFT you want to buy, regardless of the blockchain, you have to use the wallet that that blockchain supports. So first off, join their community on Discord, on Twitter, and move your funds to the wallet the blockchain supports, and make yourself ready before you buy.
Okay, just to further buttress your point, there are several NFT marketplaces out there for people who actually interested on how they can get into this movement. There's OpenSea, there's Binance NFT marketplace, there's a Rarity.tools, countless marketplaces out there. So for people who are interested on how they can get into this space and take massive profit, and not just taking massive profit, because the NFT has actually revolutionized the way creatives put out their art there. Now, in times of old, if you're a creative, if you're a painter, if you're a sculptor, you would have to, when you're done creating your work of art, you probably have to visit a gallery or a museum and all that and all that. But NFTs have changed the way some of these things operate. Now, from your comfort of your home, you can actually put out your collection out there, for example, on OpenSea, and you get visibility and people can actually buy. You can actually decide to place it on auction. The NFT is just changing the way we appreciate art, not just art, music, videos, and even in-game items, collectibles, and it even transcends into the metaverse. Now, we still have more things to talk about, but let's take a breather. We'll be right back after this commercial. Stay with us.
Happy New Year to you all! Happy New Year!
To our sponsors and community,
we look forward to a great year of 2022!
Hello, my name is Chidi and I'm the Bull of the Bullet.
Keep watching Crypto TV Plus.
Don't touch that die. Peace. This program is brought to you by OKEX, the most trusted digital asset exchange.
You're welcome back. If you're just joining us, this is Inside Blockchain live from Cryptotvplus, and we are looking at how to make money from NFTs. So once again, Happy New Year to our community, to our partners and sponsors, and we know that it's going to be a wonderful year for us. Now, I still have here with me Fatai Tunde Oluseyi. He is the Nigerian manager, or the country manager for Nigeria for RedSwan Corporate Real Estate. And joining me live from Abuja is Jahdiel Chidi. He is the community lead for Blockchain League and the chief operating officer for Cryptotvplus. Now, I'll start off with you, Tunde. Now, when you take a look at NFTs and the way it's changing the entire art sector, now, there's this conversation that people have about NFTs not having any real world use case or value. You see NFTs such as meebits, you see cryptopunks, one cryptopunk selling for almost 200 ether. And much more recently, you see the Bored Ape Yacht Club, you see celebrities, countless celebrities like Jay-Z, Eminem, and a whole lot of others buying into this collection. Now, there is a discussion that, just like I mentioned earlier, that it seems to be that people seem to have a sentimental attachment to it, or that it serves as an exclusive right to join certain groups, certain communities. So what would you say is the drive for the value of NFTs?
Okay, thank you so much for that question. There are some iota of truth in what you said, but rightly speaking, artwork always have value. One of the advantages NFT has brought is to safeguard designers. I mean, the real artists that create those things. You create an artwork, it's bought from you, and somebody goes to London to display it in a gallery and sell it for almost times 10 of the amount you produce, especially for we Africans that we have a lot of art content. Pictures of the safari, the wild, pictures of Benin art, Ife art, some of those artwork that were stolen some years back and placed in museums across the world. So the advantage the NFT on the blockchain brings to NFT creator is, number one, it removes the middleman gap. Someone doesn't have to come and buy your work and go and resell it at higher value. You can sell your work directly to whoever likes your work across the globe. Then now, on the part of value, value is very, very relative. What is valuable to you may not be valuable to me. Those that are, what is it called? That like art collections knows the value of art, and they attach value to it. So what actually drives the value
Now,
of the sentiment?
if I can just cut in, Tunde, now, I did some research online and I found out that now, for example, when you look at some NFT marketplaces, let's take OpenSea for instance. Now, you put out your collection on OpenSea, yeah? Now, what you're buying from OpenSea is not the NFT itself. You're only buying the certificate that says, okay, this was the last person that owned it, and every single history. That's why when you look at most, when you visit OpenSea, most NFTs, you see a price history, you see every single person that has bought and resold that NFT. Now, the NFT is actually hosted on a server by whoever released the collection. Now, there's this concern that, now, what if that server or the host or whoever released that collection, now, how safe is it? What if something happens to it? What will happen to some of the people that have purchased the NFT collections? Now, can you briefly talk to us about that?
Okay. On that, you mentioned something about traceability, being able to see the history of those that have bought it per time. And for in the place of technology, there's something called cloud computing, and most times those that are depending on the collectors, when those items can be put in the cloud. And when we say an item is put in the cloud, it's not as if there's not an hardware server where it's being stored, but there are multiple servers where it can be recovered. So in this age of cloud computing, it's very difficult for an item to be lost, because it will be saved in multiple servers in the cloud, and that will make it recoverable. Just like, let's say for example, you have a website and your website crashed. So your cloud storage facility holder can still restore that website back to the state it was before it crashed. So I believe the same thing applies for NFT. It's not something that you can lose outrightly if it's stored in the cloud.
Okay, great stuff. Jahdiel, the same question. Do you share the same concerns when you look at NFTs and how safe they are for people who have actually invested millions of cryptocurrencies into it? So do you share the same concerns? What are your thoughts as it relates to the security of some of these servers or hosts of these NFT collections, putting it out there on the marketplaces and people are buying? Help us address some of these.
All right, thank you. Of course, you know that these NFTs were built with smart contracts, embedded in them, right? And of course, you know how technology works. Everything that goes into the blockchain is somewhat made permanent, right? So I've seen NFT projects, especially on the CNFT space. That's the Cardano blockchain space, that have rock pulled on the individuals that bought them. But those NFTs, are still on CNFT servers, right? So even though I've not really thought about that deeply, but I'm so convinced that since these NFTs were built on the blockchain, of course, with smart contracts embedded in them, there is no way that there could be, the ownership can be taken away from the current owner. So I mean, NFTs, as far as I'm concerned, the worst that could happen is the said creator could rock pull, right, and move on with whatever he's doing with his life and not continue with the project, because there are some use cases. Lots of NFTs are now coming up with use cases. So whoever rock pulls will obviously will not continue with whatever use case they promised. But the owners still have their NFTs on the blockchain, on the servers that are hosted by this said marketplaces. So I believe that owning an NFT gives you a lifetime guarantee, to some point. Even though we might not have gotten to that point, but I know we'll get to that point. But I certainly agree with what Mr. Tunde said. If you have an NFT, you actually have a lifetime, ownership stake on it, until maybe you decide to sell it off to someone else.
Okay, so gentlemen, before we just wrap it up, now, just like I mentioned earlier, now people are always on the lookout for how they can take profit and leverage on emerging technologies. Now, there's this discussion, conversation that NFTs and the metaverse are inseparable. Now, I saw research online that clearly detailed what the metaverse is, and just to do a recap, the meta stands for beyond and the universe. So it simply means beyond the universe. It's simply a virtual world whereby the same things you do in the real world, such as buying properties, going on vacation, having meetings, and even attending concerts. As we learned recently, some A-list artists like Justin Bieber recently did a concert in the metaverse. Now, when we bring it together, when we bring it down, the NFTs and the metaverse technology, now, what do you think is the role of NFTs in the metaverse?
All right, thank you once again. Like one of the tweets I made some time ago, I said the metaverse and NFTs are inseparable, right? Everything that is going to happen in the metaverse will not happen without NFTs. So every property, wherever it is you're going to find in the metaverse, will eventually become an NFT. So moving forward, NFT, we are still very early in the NFT space, right? NFT space, right? And of course, by the time the metaverse starts, going full blown, the NFTs will be incorporated right into the metaverse. So everything that is going to happen in the metaverse, wherever it is, the gadgets that are going to be used in the metaverse, the in-game items that are going to be used in the metaverse, wherever it is, wherever activity, right? If you're building the real estate, right, that are going to exist in the metaverse, right? We also exist with NFTs. Everything about the metaverse will be embedded with NFTs. So you can't separate the both of them. Without NFTs, there won't be metaverse. That's what I believe.
Okay, fantastic stuff. Thank you so much, Jahdiel. Let's take a quick break. We'll be right back after this commercial.
Oh, Culip. No. It's pronounced clip and not Culip. Clip. Clip is Africa's #1 NFT platform. This means it's passionate about valuing, distributing, and adding utility to African art through NFTs. Imagine owning the original copy of Wizkid's track, Essence, as an NFT. There are other use cases of NFTs.
Hello, my name is Chidi and I'm the Bo of the Bullet.
Keep watching Cryptotvplus.
Don't touch that. Peace.
This program is brought to you by OKEX, the most trusted digital asset exchange.
Hello and welcome. If you're just joining us, this is still Inside Blockchain live from Cryptotvplus, and today we are still looking at how to make money from NFTs, as I'm joined by Fatai Tunde Olasokami. He is the country manager for Nigeria for RedSwan Corporate Real Estate. And joining me live from Abuja is Jahdiel Chidi, the community lead of Blockchain League and the chief operating officer of Cryptocrypts. So gentlemen, before we wrap it up, now, Jahdiel, I understand that you're a huge advocate of NFTs and the metaverse. Now, what are your parting words to people who are interested in leveraging on this technology, people who want to actually make money? Now, because we understand that the blockchain and cryptocurrency sector has actually transcended and moved beyond just spot trading, margin trading. There are a lot of solutions that are being created daily, in this space. So what are your parting words to people who want to get into this this force, if I can use that word, people who want to get into this movement? What are your parting words for them, Jahdiel?
All right, thank you again. So before you bring out your hard-earned money to buy wherever NFT it is that appeals to you, you have to join their community first, join their spaces. There are lots of NFT projects that are hosting spaces almost every day on Twitter. So join their spaces, ask questions, and understand what you're putting your money into. Thank you.
Okay, the same thing to you, Tunde. What are your parting words for people who are interested in leveraging on NFTs to make profits, to create solutions, to put out their artwork out there? What do you have to say to them?
Okay, for making profits, I'll talk on making profit and solutions. For making profits, NFT creators and collectors or investors have the advantage to take in that aspect. For NFT creators, that are the original owners of those artwork, there are some NFT that are designed in such a way that they can continuously get royalties when that item is being resold in the secondary market. So it's a lifetime opportunity for creators. Then for investors and collectors as well, there's a huge value attached to NFT artworks across the globe. Then in terms of solution, one of the areas in which NFT is going to play a major role is in land registry. That has to do with government majorly, or those that own large land expanse of real estate. The same uniqueness of using NFT to create artwork can be used to create title documents like C of O. And that is such a way that in hundreds of years later, people can trace the record of those that have sold a property over time, how those properties have exchanged hands. So the NFT can be a good solution in the real estate sector in terms of land registry because of its uniqueness and not being duplicable. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Tunde. Thank you so much, Jahdiel. Thank you so much. I honestly appreciate your input on the topic at hand. And so you've heard it all. NFTs, non-fungible tokens. It is the new way creatives can actually put out their art out there. So if you're looking for the opportunity to leverage on this emerging technology, there are various avenues that you can actually key into. Jahdiel advised that you can join Discord groups, programs, and avenues that you can actually learn what the technology is all about. And Tunde also made some very specific points on how you can actually leverage on this and make some money. Thank you so much, gentlemen. Do enjoy the rest of your day. And that will be all on today's program. Check out our website, cryptotvplus.com, to get more market updates and trends captured within the world of blockchain and cryptocurrency. Now you can follow us on social media, Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube at CryptoTVPlus. That is CryptoTVPlus together, to get daily info on our programs. And as you know, today's edition of the Inside Blockchain Show is brought to you by OKX, the leading innovative crypto exchange that offers advanced financial services. Thank you for staying with us. I'm Bobby Akindeinde. See you next week.
This program is brought to you by OKX, the most trusted digital asset exchange.